The Vatican announced that Francis' funeral will be held mostly outside in St. Peter's Square. Previous papal funerals have also been held outside in front of the Basilica. Francis' funeral liturgy will be presided over by Cardinal Giovanni Battistari, Dean of the College of Cardinals, the group that will in the coming weeks be tasked with appointing a new pope. Although the bulk of the service will be held outside, Francis' coffin will be brought back into the Basilica after the Eucharist, final commendation and valediction. The Vatican said the funeral will follow the rites laid out in the Ordo Exequiarum Romani Pontifices. This liturgical book, detailing the procedures for papal funerals, was published in 2000 but revised by Francis last year. Unlike after previous papal deaths, Francis' body was placed immediately inside his coffin, which has been left open to allow people to pay their respects. Diego Ravelli, Master of Apostolic Ceremonies, said Francis, the first Argentine pontiff, had sought to simplify and adapt the rituals so that the papal funeral is that of a pastor and disciple of Christ, and not of a powerful person in this world. Where will Francis be buried? In his will, Francis gave simple instructions for his burial. The tomb should be in the ground, simple, without particular ornamentation, bearing only the inscription, Franciscus. Francis also said that throughout his life, he had always entrusted himself to the Virgin Mary. For this reason, I ask that my mortal remains rest awaiting the day of the resurrection in the Papal Basilica of Saint Mary Major, he wrote. This basilica lies outside of the Vatican walls, on the other side of Rome's river Tiber. After the funeral in the Vatican, Francis' body will be transported there to be interred. Who will attend? A string of political and religious leaders, royals and celebrities have confirmed they will be at the Vatican for Saturday's service. A total of 130 delegations including 50 heads of state and 10 reigning monarchs will attend. Among them is Javier Milei, President of Argentina, who had previously clashed with the pontiff over economic policy. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, President of Brazil, who had a close relationship with Francis, is also going. French President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, outgoing German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky are among the major European leaders traveling to the Vatican. US President Donald Trump will also attend. Tens of thousands of others are expected to show up. Who won't? Russian President Vladimir Putin has no plans to attend, the Kremlin said Tuesday. Because the International Criminal Court, ICC, has issued an arrest warrant for Putin, police in Italy, one of the 125 ICC member states, would be obliged to detain him.
Like, subscribe, and get notified.